Gentlemen, welcome back. Oh, wait. Oh my God. Your skin. Amazing. Have you been using something you should tell me about? Tiege Hanley? Exactly. The reason we're all here. And my corny jokes. Gentlemen, welcome back to the Starting a Business, Building a Brand vlog. This one, big number 126. So before we get started, I'm dry, right? My lips have been so chapped. That was another corny setup to tell you that we got prototypes, baby, of our lip balm. What? Stuff is ridiculous. Not available for sale yet, but I just wanted to show you the next or another product that we've got cranking. Got a lot of feedback on the last vlog talking about the exfoliating bar of soap from Tiege that we're kind of developing. A lot of you are like, yo, do a deodorant, which is something that we've already been thinking about. And yeah, so we're rocking, we're rolling in terms of product development and testing things out. Everybody collectively agreed that the bars that we had prototyped last week in the vlog both were like taking nipples off. Like it was super intense. Real quick, some other updates. Josh celebrated Tiege Hanley employee like number 2. Well, do we count Anthony? I count Anthony. Who remembers Anthony from the vlog? He was like our go-to guy like in the beginning, and then he left, he went to school, we hired Tom. Tom was kind of like employee number 1. And then Josh came in. Josh celebrated his 1-year anniversary. The team went out to lunch to celebrate, and they sent me a picture, and I was jealous. I was here in Atlanta suffering from allergies. Freaking seriously, like here's my question. Little random thought. So on the scale, like if you look up like what is the pollen count, right? The scale goes from like 0 to 1500, right? And there's a sliding scale. Green and then red over here, really bad, 1500. You know what the pollen was today in Atlanta? 5400, right? This is like mind-blowing stuff. So my question to you is that if the scale, or my question to you is, if it can get up to like 5,000 or 6,000 or 10,000, why does the scale only go up to 1,500? 1,500 is what severe is, so what's Atlanta? Exactly. So I'm all congested. I got sick last week, being out of town, run down. It was a disaster this week. It was hard, and the unfortunate thing is that on Monday and Tuesday, and even yesterday, if I had a normal job, I would have called in sick 3 days in a row. I felt terrible. And then I took medicine like Dayquil, and my head felt all nutty and crazy. Is this like stuff you totally don't care about? Anyway, the struggles, I just figured out a business lesson. The business lesson in that, the fact that I was sick and really like not feeling, it's been like a year since I've gotten sick. So I knew it was time, and traveling to bodybuilding.com, being run down, it was the perfect storm, right? And so the business lesson in this is that when you're an entrepreneur, you don't get sick days very, very often. You know, I still had to make content. I have a very tight production schedule in terms of my YouTube videos, and I've got about 2 weeks worth of content like pre-recorded. I used to have like a month, but then I started releasing like more videos, so 4 a week, and so now I'm like 2 weeks ahead. And so every day that I take off, like even if I take off, I can't enjoy it because I'm thinking, oh, I need to do this, I need to do that. And so filmed video Monday, Tuesday, yesterday we filmed a super exciting video that we're going to talk about in a minute. But yeah, so back to Tiege. Things are going well. Today we had a big conference call. Kathleen, our controller, had a PowerPoint presentation talking about, okay, ACNE system. We're getting ready to launch ACNE soon. You know, what is the pricing? What do we need to, you know, price the system at, or systems as it would be? What do we want to call it? All that good stuff. And so had a really productive call today. It was like an hour long, and we just talked. We went over all the numbers. And it's really exciting. Something else incredibly exciting that I'm pumped about is I get to bring, or 2 of my friends that are involved in Tiege Hanley and I'll explain why in a second, are going to be coming out to Chicago for the next meeting for one of the days, the second day. And that is Terry and his brother Brian. They are my MENfluential guys. The advertising agency that I own part of, where we sell advertising for like Jose, Antonio, you know, Brett Maverick, all these guys. Well, they are basically the agency that Tiege Hanley uses, and that's the reason why you see all these influencers like Alex Costa and all these guys promoting Tiege Hanley, is that, you know, we're the agency, and so they are coming out to talk marketing, to talk influencer, to talk strategy, because it's their job. They know like influencer marketing and promotions and advertising like inside and out. And so with Tiege Hanley, we have a very aggressive promotional calendar for the year. We're going to spend some bucks, you know, rolling it out. And with ACNE coming up, the rollout of that is something that is got to be sort of like executed appropriately. We've got to figure a lot of stuff out. So they're going to come out. So they're going to be in the vlog, which is exciting. You get to meet them. These are two guys that I grew up with and love like brothers, and they're literally the closest thing I have to brothers. And so it's special, and they're just great guys, and you guys are gonna love them. But boy, can they talk. You think I'm bad? I'm like, seriously, talk. So now let's talk a little bit about some content on the old Alpha M channel and how Tiege Hanley is going to do something awesome. Other than make you look amazing, right? It doesn't get any more awesome than that. Well, there's another facet to awesome that I'm really excited about. So you guys know about the store style breakdown, that series, it went out, I had sponsors in it, it never really took off. It never got the views, it never got the traffic, it was like, it was kind of like, it was good at first and then it just kind of failed. You can explain, don't explain. I get it, right? You can tell me all. Every time I say that, everybody feels the need to let me know why it failed. Thanks. Appreciate you. Anyway, not into that. What I am talking about today is an exciting new series that you guys know about, the Quick Style Fix. It's a great episode. The first one was a great episode. We had Max, he had Tourette's. We went shopping, we picked him up. It was quick, it was easy, it was a makeover. We got his hair cut. It was like quick, it was easy, and it seems like people liked it. We got a few 100,000 views, which is decent. It meets my standard. My standard is like 200,000. Like if I can get 200,000 views on a video after like a week or 2 weeks, actually a week, I'll be honest with you, I feel like it's a success. Under that, I know that it definitely is not performing. And with the Quick Style Fix, they were getting like 120, 130, not good. Anyway. So we did the first episode. Movement Watch was the sponsor. It was an awesome episode. It was received well, and it was time to do the next one. But I was like, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? Do I want to go out and have my sales guy, Terry and Brian, sell more, you know, of those episodes? I really think it's going to be a good one. I think it's going to be a really great series. I think it has all the components of good. You know, it's got interaction, it's got a makeover, it's got a good story behind the person, and it's quick, it's easy. But it's not free. These episodes that I film, even the store style breakdown, cost me money, right? I got to pay for the clothes, I got to pay for Christian, the camera guy, to come down from Chattanooga, film it, edit it, and all that good stuff. And so I was thinking, I'm like, okay, now normally on a sponsored video, you know, I make good money, right? And I know that, and when I do, and let me back up, when I do promotions for Tiege Hanley doesn't pay me to do promotions, right? This is like, I'm a business owner. This is my business. This is my baby. I promote it. That is one of the benefits that Tiege has to having an influencer as a partner. So I'm like, okay, how do I do this? How do I figure out a way to pay for this without, you know, going to sponsors and trying to have that pressure? Because that's the other thing. When I do these series, right, something new, something untested, and there's a lot of pressure on me because I want to perform for an advertiser if I'm doing a promotion. Every promotion I do, I want to knock it out of the park for them, right? Because I only promote products that I truly love, and they're all great companies that I'm working with. And so I have a very, very close connection to making sure that it works. Well, with the store style breakdown, they weren't working all that great. For one, I just don't think people were watching. Two, you know, the integration, it was like a commercial break. It just wasn't right. And so long story short, I'm going to bury all the dramatics so I can get to some questions. I went to Tiege last week on our weekly call. I said, I got an idea, guys. We've got a marketing calendar like we talk about, and I do 2 promotions a month for Tiege Hanley on my YouTube channel. I said, what do you think about this? What do you think about being the exclusive sponsor of the Quick Style Fix? So it's basically Quick Style Fix brought to you by Tiege Hanley. So that every episode, it is the same sponsor. It's Tiege Hanley. For one, my audience likes Tiege Hanley. For 2, everybody knows Tiege Hanley. And 3, I really feel like it's a good opportunity for Tiege to have some like branded content other than 12 tips to look good or 10 skincare lessons that your mom didn't teach you. I felt like it was a good opportunity because who knows, these videos could do well in terms of views. They might do okay or they might do amazing. I just don't know yet. And so it's a risk. It's a risk for Tiege to commit to it. It's a risk for me financially to have Tiege do it because I don't make any money having Tiege be a sponsor. Long story short, Tiege Hanley is the exclusive sponsor of the Quick Style Fix. I love this. I love this so much. You know, and one of my selling points to the guys was, you know, we've got so much content with all these other influencers out there, all doing like similar content, talking about skincare, talking about handsome, being attractive, you know, taking care of yourself, daily habits, stuff like that. Everybody, like all these influencers are all doing the same type of content. But I wanted to do something a little bit different. That is a feel-good story. Most of these guys, or all these guys that I'm going to be working with, they're all going to have a story, and it's an opportunity for me and Tiege to do something good, you know, and have content out there that is consistent content. Once a month, we're going to be doing one of these, and hopefully, you know, we sell Tiege Hanley to people because I do advertise it and promote it in there. But I'm really excited about it for some reason. And I think everybody's excited about it. And the exciting thing for you is that the first episode comes out next week on the 18th. So make sure to mark your calendars. Make sure that on the Alpha M YouTube channel, the notification bell is on. And if you would please give me a big thumbs up on the video. Something else I realized is that I need to start promoting and asking for thumbs up more. I did it on a video because apparently the algorithm really likes engagement. And I've heard this before, but I've always felt kind of like, oh, you know, it's kind of tacky to ask. But it is amazing. I did a few videos where I said, hey, if you dig it, give a thumbs up. And the one I did with a spin jump, I said, if you give me a thumbs up, I'm going to do the spin jump video. Well, I got like 50,000 thumbs up. And guess what? That video is doing amazing. YouTube is promoting it. YouTube is recommending it. And so I don't know much, but I know that thumbs up and engagement is solid. And by solid, I mean important. Let's see now. Let's get to some business questions. What do you say? I know that I'm going to be running a little bit long. Got a comment from somebody that I just like to address. An influencer by the name of MENfluencer. How you doing? I'm familiar with you. He is a YouTuber. He has a small channel. And he does like similar content to me and Jose and all those guys. He says, hey Aaron, I've also started a YouTube channel. Do you have any business strategies that you have learned over the years that would be beneficial for growth? As a small channel, you don't get recommended as much as big channels. Yes, I do have some information or some recommendation on growth. Number one, do not spam other channels with your comments. You know, that is something that you, and I'm speaking directly to you, my friend, that you were doing on all my videos. And like it was getting a little bit obnoxious, and so I hid you because I was tired of you basically putting, you know, all these comments on every video about, hey, and responding to everybody's comment. Like, it was too much. That is not an effective way to grow a YouTube channel, by going and trying to poach, you know, subscribers off of other people's. What I would recommend, because you've got some good videos, man, what I would recommend is that you focus on making great content. That is the number one key to success on YouTube. Make content that people want to watch. And unfortunately, this isn't a quick thing. You know, you're not going to do, or I don't know, you might get lucky. You might do one piece of content that gets recommended and takes off, because YouTube is doing a much better job recommending smaller channels. And so you just need to focus on doing your best work. Work your ass off, post your videos, don't spam other YouTubers, and that is the best way to grow, because it leaves a bad taste in people's mouths when people, you know, constantly you get it, hopefully. Sammy GA says, hey Alpha, I asked 2 vlogs ago if you could elaborate more on how to choose the right business partners. I hope you'll answer for this next. Unfortunately, it's not you gotta, that's the thing. You've just gotta make sure it feels right. You've got to do your due diligence. You've got to know who you're getting in business with. But at the end of the day, you're taking a chance. You're risking a lot. And you need to feel 100% confident and secure in the choice you make. That's the end. You know, it's easier to get out of a marriage than it is a business relationship. And when you have money involved, you know, people change, right? So you've just got to make sure that your ethics, your goals, your vision, and your strategy is aligned, because if it's not, it is destined for trouble. Ash J. Williams has a question that every entrepreneur that sells something is going to face. He says, business question, I'm starting a custom clothing company in my city. The problem is advertising. It always is, brother. I'm not really sure how to reach the people in an effective way. I have business cards out in a bunch of local businesses and a website, but I'm not sure where to go from there. Business cards, that's kind of like, the website is the new business card, right? Business cards are great, and that's good for like networking, but that's like very small, like you're only going to touch a few people. What I would recommend is to think bigger, right? You've got a company, you want to start something, you need to think about how to maximize your time, your money, and your energy, along with money. Did I say money? I said money. To reach the most amount of people possible. So you got to think outside of the box. You know, old school way of doing business was one-on-one, right? Hey, great to meet you. Here's my business card. I'm leaving my business card in a business. That doesn't really work. Just being honest. I used to do that with my image consulting firm. It wasn't until I sort of doubled down and started, you know, advertising online with paid advertising that it started to actually gain traction. You've got to identify who your customer is, who your best customer is, who has bought your product before, who would be interested, and then figure out a way to get in front of them. You know, it might be a vlog, it might be a YouTube channel, it might be, you know, Twitter, it might be, you know, you just got to get creative, because at the end of the day, you might have the most amazing clothes in the history of clothes, but if you don't have a way to get in front of those people, or you're not finding your audience, nobody's ever going to hear about it, nobody's ever going to buy it. Also, another idea, you know, I know that a lot of, you know, small startups do things like, you know, reach out to celebrities and send emails and try and get their stuff on people or in front of people. You could send your product. You could reach out to small micro-influencers, because micro-influencers are a big thing, right? Instagram, there's another option. Like, why do you not have like the most amazing Instagram account promoting your clothes, right? Micro-influencers do things a lot cheaper, they've got a smaller reach, but they're just as effective a lot of times as the larger, you know, influencers are. And so go small, go very targeted, go focused, and just get your ass hustling. Because at the end of the day, if you don't want to work for it, it's not going to work. And the last question I'm going to get to real quick before I get out of here. And here's the thing, I know that I didn't get to many questions. There were a lot of amazing questions. Copy and paste it to this vlog, okay? So just copy it, make sure it says business question. If you've got any business related question, post it. And next week, I promise it is all questions. All questions. Quick update, all questions. Down in the comments also, let me know what you think of the new quick style fix once you watch that. Tell me if you dig it. Anyway, business question from Ahmad Chami. Sorry, buddy. Says, has Tiege Hanley ever considered going into retail? Would the price of the products increase? Is it worth it given they generate more brand awareness? The answer is, have we considered it? Yes. Have we quickly said, no way, that's not even our business model? Yes. Retail is a different animal. Online, if you can do it, if you've got the opportunity to go online versus retail, it's like night and day, in my opinion. There are a lot of people that would disagree, but you know, for some products, it's essential, I guess, that you're in retail, I guess. But for Tiege Hanley, no way. It is such a complex animal. It costs so much money to have inventory, and because whenever you go into retail, you've got to front all the money for the inventory, and then there are terms as to when you get paid. And if you don't sell it, you get your product back. Sometimes it's expired. Like it is a logistical nightmare. It is also super crazy, nuts, ridiculously complex. And Tiege Hanley, our profit margins are great, and we are an online play pretty much exclusively. Like that's it, and that's it. That's where I'm ending it. Gentlemen, thank you so much for watching this vlog. It was a lot of fun. I'm inspired. I'm excited, as you can probably tell. Lots of great things happening. We love you more than our double monk strap shoes, and I'll see you, your sexy ass face, on the next vlog. Thanks, guys. See you next week.